second graders. Here we are at Number Corner with Mrs. Judd. Today we're going to be going over our calendar, and then we're going to be doing some subtraction problems. But the most thing we're doing today is we are learning about lines of symmetry. And I'm going to be folding all of our shapes so far to see if any of these shapes have lines of symmetry. We're going to find out. Okay, I know that today is Wednesday. We are still in December. We are still in 2020. Not too much longer. So, I predict today's going to be blue background, but I have no idea after that. So let's see. Oh, I'm wrong already. Today's going to be an orange background. So, we had a pentagon and a rhombus. Do they have sides and vertices? Absolutely. So a pentagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, 5 vertices. A rhombus has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 vertices. So let's get that written real quick. So it's getting pretty low. I noticed my handwriting was getting worse and worse, so. My goodness. Okay, so 15 was 5 and 5. 16 was 4 and 4. This was a pentagon. This one, almost. Okay. So we've got that done. Let's get our date written. So we are December 16th, 2020. And we are in the 12th month, so the abbreviation for numbers is 12, 16, 20. But the abbreviation for December is just DEC. So a lot of times you'll just see that DEC. Okay, we are going to do some subtraction problems. Okay, perfect. I want to write our answers in the opposite. So I have all of these cards. We'll get back to the lines of symmetry in a minute. And I've covered up the 10. You guys know that there's 10 under each of these. I had 2 different ones, so the 10 is covered up. Just to show you, we do use different cards at different times. So my first equation, these are the back to 10. So this is a teen number. I'm subtracting a certain amount, and my answer is going to be, so this is 14 minus 4. My answer is going to be 10. So these are the back to 10 facts. And then we'll find the 19. And I've got 19 minus 10. 19 minus 9. So we would subtract the bottom, and that would leave us with 10. And let's take a look at the 12. 12 minus 2 would bring us back to 10. 17 minus 7, also back to 10. And 15 minus 5 brings us back to 10. So these are called the back to 10 facts. When you take a teen number and subtract the ones from the teen, you will always come back to 10. These are the takeaway 10 facts. So again, if we look at this 14 and we take away the 10 that are covered, it leaves us with 4. The same with the 12. Oh, I just noticed. Oh, no, there it was. This was covering, so I thought I only had an 11. So here's my 12 minus 10. And so this one's easier. We can see that there's 2. Let's see if I can write these upside down. 16 minus 10. would bring us back to 6. I think that was 18 minus 10 and 17 minus 10. So anytime you subtract 10, it takes it back to the ones of the original number. So these are called take away 10, and these are called back to 10 facts. Okay, that was our subtraction lesson for the day. Now we get into lines of symmetry and symmetry. So symmetry is the property of a shape that can be folded so that two halves match exactly. And line of symmetry, a real or an imaginary line that divides a shape into two mirror images. So we're going to work with the first 15 days of school, or of December, excuse me. And so you guys will be able to see these above my head. I have a little form of each of these, and we're going to be folding them and putting them on index cards. And then eventually we will put them up here in their category of how many lines of symmetry they have. Okay, so let's try to take a look at our first one. So here's marker for the first date. And let's see. So I have the shape cut out. I'm going to try to fold it in half. Oh, so this one does fold in half. It's kind of easier to see it that side instead of this side. I don't think, nope, see if I fold it this way, it's not the exact mirror image, so I'm not going to fold it that way. So, an isosceles triangle has one line of symmetry. So first I get to tape the shape onto my card. And this way. And I'm going to write one line of symmetry. This is marker 1, which stands for date 1. And hopefully you guys can see it. I don't know that I actually have to mark it. Okay, there's number 1. We are going to try to get through 15 of them. Go ahead and take a card. So now I'm doing date 2. I've got a rectangle. April is doing day 3, and she's got a circle. So let's see. There we go. We don't need that one anymore. Okay, so my rectangle, I'm going to try to go side to side. And so far I've got a perfect mirror image. So rectangle is 1 so far. Oh, look. I can do it in 2. So a rectangle has 2 lines of symmetry. I'm going to go ahead and do your circle while I write my numbers. A circle has an infinite amount. So a circle can be folded many, many, many times. Every single time it will be exactly the same. So we call that infinite. It can be folded an infinite amount of times. Perfect. Nice job. Okay, so this one had 2. So that one, let's write it as +6, or I don't know if we want to put it into the 0 or the 6, but let's write infinity to start with, and then we'll go from there. Let's have 2 lines. Okay, that was our rectangle. No, we don't need the bigger ones. Okay, I'm going to move on to perfect, and then we can put that one. I'm going to move on to date 4 with a rhombus. And April's going to move on with a triangle. And what was it called? A scaling triangle. Okay, so first the rhombus, I was able to go corner to corner. Let's see if I'm able to go, ooh, I think a rhombus has 2 lines of symmetry. I was able to fold it in both ways. Yep, I was correct. It has 2 lines of symmetry. We have a cheat sheet, you guys, that tells us how many, so we're not giving you the incorrect information. Okay, so I had a rhombus, and it has 2 lines. And I'm just writing 2 lines. I don't think we need to write the whole thing. You guys know what we're doing today. And I was on the 4th. And so I'm going to put that one back in the 2 lines. Okay. I'm going to move on with, ooh, a square. What do you guys estimate the square? For sure we have 1. Perfect. And now we have 2. I'm kind of putting them in order as we go.
Oh, okay.
So 2. I wonder if I should try to go across. Ooh. Now I'm on 3 with the square. But I can do 4. And I'm going to double check to make sure. Yep, 4. So a square has 4 lines of symmetry. And I hope you guys can see that. Plus, you guys can do this on your own. This was 6. Okay. And April's doing a regular pentagon. And I'm going to move on to the rectangle. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to do it the long way first. So I've got 1. Now, they say I should be able to do it. Hey, and it's working. The long way. Oh my goodness, that's the tiniest rectangle I've ever folded. So a rectangle also has 2 lines of symmetry. I think my tape is bigger than my rectangle. And the 2. Okay. I'm picking up another rectangle. Ooh, you guys, wait till you see this pentagon. It has a lot. Mine is an equilateral triangle. And, ooh, I'm supposed to be able to get 3 lines of symmetry. Look at that, you guys. Wow. That is so cool. 5 lines. That was a lot of folding. So here's my 1. Oh, I didn't think so, but there's my 2. And no, there was 1. There was 2. And there's 3. So, an equilateral triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. That is pretty interesting. Ooh, now we have a trapezoid, and that one has 0 lines of symmetry. Now I want you guys to remember that might come up in a little bit. 0 lines of symmetry, but we'll go back over that in a minute. Okay, so this one had 3 lines. Ooh, the eclipse. That one's going to be interesting to see. Do we have a 3? Oh, perfect. Okay. and then maybe on that. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to move on. Actually, I took 2. Okay. So I have a parallelogram. And, ooh, I'm able to get 2 out of this. Boy, I do not see. Nice. Oh, another 2. Okay, I'm going to double check. Okay. I know, I don't see it either, so thank you for it not being as obvious. And maybe it's, even though they're equal, they're not 100% mirror image. I don't know, you guys. It is number 12, and it does say 2, but... Okay, I'm moving on to the regular hexagon. April's still working on the parallelogram. Oh, this one it says we get to do a lot. So there's 1, 2. Haha, nice. 3. Yeah, she did it. Good job. 4. Let's see. Got 1, 2. 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, my lines are very shaky, but maybe I can straighten that one out. Won't be looking. Okay, so this one has 6. And this one has 13. Okay, we are down to our last one, and then we will put these up on the chart. Okay, number 15. Oh, I got one that our chart says is not possible to do any. So let's take a look. This one is a pentagon, but if we fold it this way, nope, there's a point. And if we fold it this way, nope. So this one, it said there was 0. Okay, so now let's go up to the pocket chart, and I'm going to put these up in order. So our first, oops, I didn't write what marker 15 was, a pentagon. So a shape that has 0 symmetry, a pentagon, a trapezoid, or a scalene triangle. You guys see that one? Okay. The next that have 1 line asymmetry, an isosceles trapezoid, and an isosceles triangle. Okay, our next ones that have 2 lines of symmetry, we've got a parallelogram, and I'm going to start it down here so we can see, an ellipse, a rectangle, that was the tiniest rectangle I've ever seen in my life, a rhombus, and another rectangle. Good thing that it was a big rectangle. Okay, the next one of 3 is an equilateral triangle. Ooh. We're going to end up having to do it sideways. Okay, then we have 4 lines of symmetry. That one is a square. Nice. Okay, We've got 5, a regular pentagon, and 6 is a regular hexagon. Okay, then our circle was infinity. It has many, many, many. So I think I'm going to put it all the way down in its own category. Nice job. We do have one more day of folding shapes to show you guys the last part of the month for symmetry. But we've done with all that we had to do today. Our questions today are what was our shape today? And our shape was a rhombus. And which shapes have 0 lines of symmetry? So we have, you can pick one of the 3. We have a pentagon, a trapezoid, or a scalene triangle. Pentagon, trapezoid, scalene triangle have 0 lines of symmetry. Okay, you guys, we are done for today. We only have one more day until winter break. So exciting. Okay, I'll see you guys back on Friday. Bye.